Open mache.
Major so.
Boko de.
Nyamia dum bibia boko.
Ye da nyamia se ye da se no adaje nso. Na eni die mo stress empacho be ma ne so kakra ma na etiefu anwom asoso mu tie se den ekoso. Empacho 2019 last year 347 microfinance companies Bank of Ghana GM license. And which Bank of Ghana to Safreo say we saw your director of PricewaterhouseCoopers with Juma we no but bro people have friend receiver but na be say Juma no na ye hwe kwan be fa so ISA 347 microfinance companies in na since we fear see nipa bebre aye basa kakra na maybe say ne di kan no me hu obi be bisa so far it is saying
Epacho me chia etiefu ina
ejoso
na ejuma Bank of Ghana the chairman as receiver no sina usika me receiver for 347 microfinance companies and I'm assigned to a receiver for 23 savings and loans companies enti eno juma medi no kware me juma omo appointed me no it's about a year now now ohwe juma media you find the journey so far me funnel in 4 main areas me share customers of companies no you from depositors in puntua me too underscore and I may share workers, former staff, and so employees, former employees, and so and also progressor you make it. Measure assets, a japadia, and also me take you over the Maya one so far. And at the fourth area, and also no investigations and our bonus and also bonus forensics.
Okay.
And also progress are you making. In here, say measure with depositors, customers.
Okay.
Now, depositors no. Me number one, I establish say depositors dudua in terms of sikadudu or value of claims are ma validity are a year valid. Me establish say a year 5.4 billion cedis. And we have 5.4 billion cedis worth of depositor claims.
5.4 billion.
Billion. Validated within the deadline for the submission of claims. The only stresses are within the deadline for the submission of claims because in every set of receivership time are also ultimately submit to claim. And my extensions and so count. And by the deadline for submission of claims, no. Now the value of depositor claims are in Sakano. Mitimi establish say a 5.4 billion because the Mensaka no near 6.4 billion. But a Juma you show when you say genuine Nadina about basis 5.4 billion valid claims within the deadline for the submission of claims. Mitimi establish that number one. Number two, so Mitimi establishes Mitimi Ashe each year 5.4 billion out of 5.4 billion. Mitimi each year over 96% of these claims. Over 96% of these claims, that is in terms of value, Mitimi each year bear 5.2 billion. Now, Nyamiya Aduma, end of this month, maybe payment of creditor claims, depositor claims, by the end of this month. Now, we are overall, 98% of depositors are validated. 98%, you bit your almost seeking and you bit seeking also in cash. 98%. Now 2% na akano. Omono ye chia omoka with cash any paper money na e friend commercial boni friend commercial paper.
And only bonds no.
Friend bonds.
Okay.
2% nominal combination of sika any bonds almost ombenya omusika ina nti eno nso ye djuma metimi midi. The third area no so say if examination of claims no submission no ejuma minimi timi aye no yetimi esave on mine close to $1 billion. If say ebinomo the claims ba claims no hwemo timi so enye papa ebinom so how timi so claims no so claims bonibe freno bonibeka irregular transactions any coin say anka companies is anka omo involve omo such transactions. It's a foreign currency transactions, forex. Inti inshushumu amishushumu michimi sevi abayna actually about 930 million approaching 1 billion cedis. And then michimi aye. And na ape so inshushumu na mishushu claims mo michimi hu say omo be claimants now omo make claims on companies so omo also signed the companies no ka. Inti michimi a recover close to 400 million cedis. And then I friend by way of set off. Udemeka, mensume de oka, inti nema tifimu. Inti eba depositors are say ijume na michimedi CCR. Now offer employees and so on. Employees no so. Omunso ye enkofua mishi ijuma seno. Meni omu ye ijuma. Mefa omu pese omu ni mi ye ijuma no. Omu tron omu ye ijuma no. Mefa omu ma omu contract for fraud. Die mi ye ene se omu contract dada no me terminate here. If you say obligations now, Brunibeka obligations. At this one I also know. At this one minti kita. Inti die mi ye ene se me terminate here. Ena me ma omu na new contract. Omu ba so as meme project and so as meme consultants. Inti ma
former staff no.
Former staff no. Omu ye consultants omu ni mi ye juma. Omu tire omu ho omu ni omu person omu ni mi ye juma. Omu ne ma fa omu. Ena afei so menni obiaka omu ni omu wo mi payroll so no. Busumi bia mi chi omu ka. Menni obiaka. Ena third thing so amaye nso say Bibrina kasa no omo operate their friend no Provident Fund. Now Provident Fund a scheme no more operating. Omo Provident Fund omo Provident Fund no. Omo use it as security for loans and facilities no. Omo ina michi omo ka. The omo Provident Fund aka omo same year omo deka omo G loans facilities omo the omo Provident Fund siano eno de omo ntia omo kaniwe ya minti release ma omo enti eno nso meeting ejuma. The other area so no say ya appointing me no metun safre former staff and I'm sure almost say I was say a bet now near your Bruni friend in negotiations near sure exit packages. And to me, make a farm, me consultant, labor consultant, your friend Austin Game of Game and Game. And I almost so 5 different representatives. Ibinomu ye ICU of TUC, Ubinsuku Unicov, Ibinomu the lawyers by and Ibinomu so the Omwan Kasa Omo former colleagues by as representatives. Meneo almost now say higher negotiations. Almost 1 year now, and yet announce them. Almost 1 year now. Ama yitimi agree exit packages no. Ni features any BBR na meneo ka say Bank of Ghana aye ya dom mamisika say mitimi di chia exit packages no. Nyame ya doma this month ya mesha say mechia almost exit packages. Now me strong me pese me make you 1 point. It's here for us to be appreciated. Ushe former staff teacher now be brina yankofua answer ya point him no. na yinchiomuka na omu operators no enchiomuka ebinum krampo wo ha busumi bia ye omu accounts no omu operate with companies no paperwork ye be credit omu accounts ye chiomuka nanso omu call bank omu ankasa account mu kwa yisika siki bie ni ho enti bebre na wo ho ansa meba no ni omu nya ketua na me bae no metimi afa omu echi omu ka busumi bia meni omu ka. And the second point I'm sure or say me make more awareness even provident fund no scheme no do na unfunded it's na a scheme a wo ho and so employers no operators no omu physical ntumu internet sike bie ni mu na me bae no metimi omu crampo a sikampo ni mu no yitimi etua omoka that is omo scheme no omo use it as collateral and security yitimi etua omo sikina. Now the third thing I'm sure I'll say make you aware and say we share former staff no so the imra sichre no we share acts na imra na medi ejuma no ye friend act 930 na act 930 no we share section 135 it shows sina also it chia claims ubia wo claims so receivership ma set out wo manner and ranking or say the chia claims na number 1 claim your Bank of Ghana or say chiamuka. Number 2 your bonified statutory payments and no your GRA and it's net for number 2 omo claims or see chia. Now see chia omo bibia answer ya ba number 3. Number 3 your former staff. The former staff no enye bibia claims na di chia. Number 3 no yeah say company no do in terms of wages and salaries 6 months leading up to the date of revocation na eno ne chia. Number 4 eno kwa ne chia. Number 3. Number 4 no yeah other unsecured creditors they said depositors and it is other employee related claims it says severance and we number 4 inti me pese obi hu say Sikana Bank of Ghana and make it ready edema former staff no adia Bank of Ghana imia omini because anka yaka see a train ama maton ejapadi na sanya no answer mitimitia omoka ohwe ejapadi ewo ho anka enso omokrampo chia sans na ohwe customers no so a and also no depositors which are only unsecured nanso aban ejinemu ama misika ama mitimitia 5.2 billion anka ya kasi ye depending on ejapadi na anka yintimi nchiomo enti we bibia mepese obia beti ase number the third area make asset realization
assets
ejapadi me take you over nukurini companies no me take you over no Bruni friend is insolvent insolvent companies now insolvent companies in here say japadi no anase a car omo no a bro japadi ewo omo enti say to start off with no a can bro japadi there's no way obitimi tua obiaka anka and yes anka omunye insolvent anka yes anka omunye omunwo into receivership but sanete ejapadie na ewo no and also generally in insolvencies of this nature but we share this particular case of these receiverships microfinance savings and loans and the third one here from microcredit omukrampo were in liquidation by yani yeshesoma official liquidator Mrs. Owari Osha ejapadia me betso ya enye ejapadia esombo bibrina no ejapadia no broni friend poor access quality ejapadia no enye papa ena ejapadia nso bibrain so oma divert owners of companies so almost diverted Japadia ni bebre and a binom so oshe almost financial records Japadia do almost kasi a waso and yet and no waso go enti ama Japadia tono aye dem pa anka under normal circumstances ejuma we yesha first thing I say you take control of Japadia ni take control over records ni bibia ni answer ya share ejuma say now in this particular instance Japadia no enye papa enti ya braye answer you take over but the ye say ya frɛ ya tunsa frɛ Yoko fu boy omu yi bibi efren asset tracing and recovery if you say bibrena enyo enti nyame adum Yoko nso abujuma pa ometimi uncover ejapade bibra ye DC and also omu go through due process omu court akwakoye attachment ni bibia answer itimi aba ama ya ton enti assets no dudu na metimi aton no sisi me beton assets Japade o share adverse bibria ba say motor vehicles any assassin no mo any nine me ba beton but so far first batch metimi ton no hwe bibia eba 500 million cedis eno na maton so far 500 million cedis but you go so here on your share second phase I say if you are a backup third phase you can so backup court as a normal identify no the beba ama mechimi aton so enti you go so here ton and on the third area the fourth strand no investigations and now say forensics na mitikai no proye bibre akoso ho enti me ya point him no the first thing I'm here and say me hwehwehwe niememu na me hwehwe niememu me hu say transactions no minyan kakra na nye papa me frɛ Yoko bemu Yoko enemy ye juma for close to 1 year Yoko funi ye investigations na omudu echi sina mitikaye no omutimi locate Ijapade bibia operators DDC and also your court and the other thing was say Yoko Fono as a result of Omijima Panintino CCR company owners no any former directors nibi Yoko Fo are prepared dockets no Echo Attorney General's Department NCBA the Jomo Beko Court and these are the things I have done in these 4 major areas.
I see. Interesting conversation and opinion in your ma why. Mimi Sanyama Kakrebi, for clarity purposes, your pencheche muniye into more validated 5.4 billion cedis.
Yes.
And I'm with you 5.2.
Mpacho.
Mema sanye banache saka 200 million.
Aka about 200 million. And inchina mwa ishwe say what I wish we say by the end of this month no yitimi na also make sure say 5.4 billion no I validation no omun claims omudi ekwan bi so ye she juma say no yes set out clear criteria. One of the key considerations no say I was say ultimate submitted who claims by deadline into yema obi ye try time will be say or say by a certain period e binom team obi a companies no di omo ke bi ultimate submitting claims ye ma first deadline no you won say e be do na intimi submitting into yema another extension another month of deadline and you can say that is it but as I speak no ye wo dudu so a omo entimi meet deadline no omo nka 5.4 billion no and ye wo nkofo so a omo meet deadline no but ushe claims na e binimo ha because records no broni beka paucity of records na nkasa no companies nikita no enye papi bia be brain so ha untimi invalidate omo claims if you say There were 36 companies. Omuni records,
36.
We see them validated. Well, and see, 5.4 now make ourselves. Number one, omutimi submitted within deadline. And then number two, Katana companies no one. Papa yitimi who say claims near Papa. Omo accounting for 5.4 billion out of that no. Yitimi validate here yitua 5.2 billion.
So 5.2 billion is cash bonds and cash and bonds.
5.2 billion no. Dudu na ye cash.
Best and cash.
5.2 sorry, my man corrected. Dudu na ye bond says here. Dudu na ye.
Inti pacho send a bonds na send a cash.
Dudu na ye Dudu na ye cash no. Yeah, over 2 billion. Bear 2.17 billion. Yeah, cash. And bear 3 billion year bonds.
Na
yeah,
into 3 billion year bonds no. Bronibeka redeemable when da ben na omosabeka omo sika.
Bonds no. Your structure and features no say over 5 years. Over 5 years. Now Obesha say Enya Usika from March 2021.
March next year.
March 2021. Near Shasinya Yisika. Yeah, first drawdown. Near split it into 10 installments. Into March 2021, no, Ubenya 1/10. 6 months later, Ubenya 1/10. 6 months later, Ubenya 1/10. Yeah, no.
With no interest or with interest?
Well, with no interest, at least. Some no features are open. No.
I didn't think no interest.
Well, minimum no interest because Duduana Kasano. Omoyan Kofubia, Oshe interest rates prevailing at the time. Not interest rates, no. Very, very high for these companies. No, Omoma very high interest rate. Abra Oshe Abaina Kasa interest rates are through the T-bill are buying the mano. Ne a trendy Osha, a trendy base 20% also, 15 to 20% over time. Now so companies no, it been with almost 40%, 35 to 40%. It's a no crampo kahon and a companies no almost bar form almost good. And of course, me buy man can say. O principles ka dodo a odi shame no eno na me sign them out there be me fa principal no any interest na so high no me fani na kan as at the date of resolution so enti I will say yes nkofu bebre complain say no interest and you're right but also ultimately share the other side say abaina aba be redeem no abai na nkasa no at the time no ne abai no hinsika ono ojisika at the rate of about 15 to 20%. Then so other companies no omo no more be 35 to 40%. Enti I'll say it me balance no and no one thing. The second thing I'll say me can say yes meaning say no I attracted a lot of concern and criticisms. Nkofu bebre omonti ase but na misika ye also ohwe anka abino answer pin ama se sika ama sika all be say zero interest anka ye kasi ye twen ache aton ejapade na ohwe ranking na me take you to sesia anka omunye bibia kra
but na say with zero interest no let's say any bond or a payment plan Anna
well any bond I don't internet your friend of commercial paper
but more friend of bond but send out church immediate say a payment plan be the maker and also be to me say a payment plan Anna
a commercial paper your friend of commercial paper
but say payment plan yeah
okay bond nankasa we are right and your picture of a bond but my main key be being sure say as a idea means and coffee be customers complaining.
Yes.
Coffee be about me so yes. And 2 year momo, 0 interest. Be brina do na ebino crampo your pension. Well, pensioners on my age, almost to the Omasemaba. Ain't it a idea? Me and Casano, me raise ama Bank of Ghana, and then me raise ama buying so. Ain't it the meeting I can share it here for say, you we, you go ye who did discussions were bond element of payment, no.
What's your friend of bond, though? What's your friend of bond as well as a bond?
Well,
commercial paper.
Make up commercial as bond, and it's not me use it for the sake of the understanding of people. And one of we.
And your friend payment plan, mum. I'm saying better.
Well, and your payment plan, commercial paper. And the main part is a commercial paper, no.
Yeah.
Ye open discussions. Ye ne Bank of Ghana ne abuying. You call into discussions on that. And the meeting matter will say very soon, member out with a statement on that. If there's any new development, you better address it to the extent possible. But Matse minim say, Bonibeka, I draw a lot of consternation from customers on that.
Yeah. Now, Mpacho, Mr. Nipa, inti former employees, no. Nipa be ahen na munio mudi sankita hui na dabe na muhe ni msembitu ya musika mom.
Well, former employees no say omo year show mo no be 6,000. Na my member of statistics no subium say o share microfinance companies 347. O share savings and loans 23 companies. O share micro creditor companies 39. O di omo ina boma eba over 400 companies. Say specifically 409 companies. Okay. Now, out of 409 companies, no, ye chimi I negotiate based on 200 companies. And the former staff of 200 companies, and almost about 6,000 in number. Almost send the representatives say any omuchina say any omudi in kita ho my main sign say you were 155 microcredit microfinance companies 155 microfinance companies omuni krati bia omuni records into omono nkan ho bi and you were 28 microcredit companies 28 almost omuni krata into almost workers on can will be. And the war savings and loans companies mienu almost omuni krata. All these companies omuni krata no. Omono answer ya appointment no. That companies no e good data, but Nibeka non-operational. No muni juma omi good data. It been no years before. Into omuni paperwork kra obitimi ashe payroll data. You won't say why na no yejuma why no bibi any wasa and almost the nkan ho bi na 209 employees former staff of 209 companies no na 2 and more far representatives are you know say na and by the end of this month you be sure say yichi omoka.
So when
you bet your mocha, I say it taking not more than a month. But you bet sure see your mocha, since you make us say, you bet sure see your mocha, say your modalities, Bonibeka, your modalities are all say you go through. The key thing is say, your car TB I will say omono, former staff, no, almost sign. Since you also almost sign, they say, omo interest no will receiverships or musika no Bank of Ghana more musika now in exchange no omo interest and omo claims are war receiverships no also omo claims no omo assign my Bank of Ghana into any Bank of Ghana omo kano na omo claims no ashe wo companies mo there be Bank of Ghana beba bish na omo anemo. And because of that, answer Yitimi Ichiomo Kano. was say also sign criteria HS yes your interest and now your claims no do say no yeah the amount Bank of Ghana in return and so my yitika nature say a kibia a basi or say cheese kibia yeah kono Bank of Ghana and beji instead of yen
intimidate absolve from any future issue maybe a court baby more
precisely a court baby mo and a obi wajini tiki no obesan about what say me chichitika based on asset realizations or because me a former staff it true yes so there be sano ye bit much so crat each say was assigning interest my Bank of Ghana into what the mujimubio
scope of payment the mutium sikaben 1 month 1 week 2 weeks 1 month the sikaben mutium
it's about 150 million and ye be share this month ye into omo account.
Yes, Mr. NIPAH be say 150 million. Into sikaben mutium are you pay more 1 month salary more mintias here.
Oh okay. Yeah Matthias sorry. There were features of negotiated agreements no. For each year of service no.
Yeah.
For each year of service no. Yeah, almost 3 months basic pay for each year of service. And we are number 1. And then number 2, Ubia will leave outstanding for the year now company no go year no. Ubia will leave outstanding no. So leave no so no. You converted to cash each year oka. And then number 3 so Ubia will medical bills for the year no 2019 no. Medical bills in now so each year omoka. And ebinum so ha na so medical insurance. You buy no you terminate insurance so your money running to expiry into normal that so benefit here. And after so de kano company kano so Brunibeka haircut you say 30% of debt ya forgiveness 70% na betia and after so ijapadia me tono yema right of first refusal and no say ope say a car and I me ton minya highest bid na men ton ma highest bid no bidda no me de bebro akachi o say obi say assume say obeto kai say match so you're interested that o match amount na o befa car no into we features of severance agreement na you new make here no na o share features na quite positive even generals. Nana
yehunyama bebre mra ansa na mubabe yedwuma yehu kasa kese adan akese inti nhwehwemu amuye no funds depositors funds na companies EGN omo diskane yeden
bebre na sna usika no bebre na de yehu ene ntina yedi yokube mu o sha anai kese na ebinumo omo siye no anaso omo toye no ebinumo krampo ya abruchi nine o sha utimi hu se company no sika na wo company mu na omo de toye and so sa ejapade omo ankasa omo di mu yitimi aye investigations any iyoko and yitimi tracy ehun se ejapade bebre na ewo omo di mu no company sika o hwen so a customers sika by extension and omo di see and no so ye di hu juma and no investigations na na yitimi hu se ebinumo crampo de depositors crampo chiaka omo de call omo transfer into omo personal account yitimi hu be yoko freezy bebre omo account ebinum so ha omo passports crampo yisizi omo passports and ebinum so you drew point in investigations yoko yitimi are prepared dockets omo pass it to attorney general. Until very soon, you do more for trial, obete the beba.
Ohone asemwa nipa bebre bisa as a reading my dream, because I was going to ask you that as a follow-up question, because we can be about diversion of property, tampered records, would be accounts see as is can be a institution is can so the akoto private account what time scan no the akoto dan or baby not their tuni di ashen dim prosecution ti entry be so you didn't say sir
but your man is and into prosecution no. Because I was say ya 2 year boy as pa I should nyemimu enya clear and solid evidence and na bibre na kasan so ya interrogate omo ama based on interrogations so each me apanchi holes enti bibia ya prepare solid documents ye dey call attorney general enti ye be prosecute omo but see ye prosecute omo say ye bidi bimo si ye ni bimo eno the end ye court asem but ye the almost bibre very soon be hu very doctors call na doctors na e kono you could go ye investigations into bibre so be ba be kan ye ejuma ya about 1 year painstakingly ya gather solid evidence ebe kokota obi abi hu.
Openi bank back one ni dia ba bebre e me messages aba bebre mu no GN Bank na mpacho eni di ma menkan 1 or 2 bi na team obi say ni nua ba had 3,000 cedis e were GN savings and loans.
That's right.
Na unknown to her no nim some transfers can ko bibi or say friend suspense gateway. Inti receive and validated only 62 cedis.
That's okay.
Ozi anu say into obeding.
Michelle, I know sano. Say nisika na onwa kasa kita eda account me osi 3,000.
Osi 3,000.
I had 3,000. Ni me validate 62 cedis ano kind.
Yes.
HSA documents no won. A war company ni mo no. HME support 62 cedis no.
Wow.
Well, HSA do na ye ni supporting document HME bro ni be ka corroborate HME can say yes no currently 3,000. Well, now so there me ka say but na me send so on na say HME petition me nkofu bebre ye into HME petition me office or petition me office no raise the issue or no further documents on attaching no on famra for various branches of Muyijima over 600 branches into almost sign on besan ashre near Memubium to establish whether indeed sa amount of 3,000 do one a work on no almost ashre cratans were a parking I say supported 3,000 over and above that there were former staff I near Muyijima. The former staff so almost corporate corporate knowledge. Phobia na omunim customers. Ebinum so ne omudi customers so omo accounts so juma. Into omu nyina betimi testify. Oh yes, you go through a whole raft of mechanisms. Answer itimi establish say 3,000 or a year no carry. And to make us say on petition me near sign shibium.
Mr. Nipa, maybe some personal question on the back of this. Ain't moya mushushe mono mohu sanyo maybe say bia obi wa one sika 3,000 na woho. And so bank no and as a company no documents a woman no say 100 cedis na also na muhu nya maybe sir.
You hu bebre it me hu say obi wo sika 3,000. Only Pacono be attached documents to that effect here 3,000.
Yeah.
Then so Okoshe company no we share ne system in my electronic system ebiane almost service sikane wo be you find say 1,000 cedis and yet 3,000. Go. O share only Paco ne files ne paperwork and so it will be crampo to me say bibia crampo ni ho and also documentation supported a kana edeno 1,000 cedis eno utimi hu sa enti bebre yehu ni bebre eno na ye fe no partial validation. Which is yetimi a validate I agree 1,000 out of 3,000 and yinina. And so some of no ye cast almost petition, almost submitting yen shimu. And she do na resubmitting my still a shimu.
Obisi a friend a J Mensa or a GN Depositor Cape Coast, but a branch now was Salaga on Temonka. Obiso say or your worker GN Bank a wutu breaku. No customer has been paid since validation. When is GM Bank a wutu breaku branch going to get paid? There are quite a number of them here, but do not have to do with GN Bank. Is it that namely GN Bank were issues partner?
There be and sister GM Bank. Yeah, one of course GN Saving Saloons. Yeah, one entity. You who say yenya challenges with payments and yet challenges to do with employees. No, I mean as in CCK one SK. But do na you also be brave almost yearly submission. Into Ushe GN, sir, Ushe First Ally, sir, be na yearly submissions, and Nuntina Omonka 5.4 billion. But ma Oma Abimu, Omo yearly submissions, so very soon, you be making big announcement on that. Omo yearly submissions, so Omusika, ye genuine wahono, ye bit your mocha.
Well. It's a tough one here, huh? Sajuma Muyina one paying of former staff and amount for Mubabi Triomokano. More timelines here, ding. Dabenam Bibi.
Fashion, Ejumani no. Yen, the Ejumana a year within our control, make her within our control because Ejuma, this kind of work, no, insolvency work, no. Make us that's say I make us say your other aspects of the ejumana a year outside your control. You can say what's them the court. No what's them the court ne court omundili omunwe make us say we ejumano. And also you're out of your control. And copy say timer. Courts no my judgment and not me decide no untimi nka say we ejuma since America say we share Bank for Housing and Construction Limited and Ghana Cooperative Bank Limited and also na me kan be ye firm private house corpus ye boama bank liquidation ye say ejuma no 20 years now we say ejuma no ye bibia nanso cases na work court no yintime nka asi yewe o share Ghana Airways so went into liquidation in 2005 and also Price of House Groups ya count ye boa official liquidator 2005 and also sa yintime nka asi yewe all those yi chi bibia ton bibia because of court cases ibu Ghana e bin so abroshin yintime we enti you be some question here. How am I no same Brunibeka substantial completion. This substantial completion actually that which is within my control. Assets are here ton any payments are you making on. Ushe we numina make us say in a year's time meet me every say Jumana I work within my control no. In a year's time meet me we now, but about legal cases are in some work court, be brina and work court and so. And no mean to mean shed that you be we. And say no seeing we and no mean to mean casting me we majima.
Just we could go being for the long haul. Just said, yeah, Nassim.
Well, as far as the legal is concerned, but
because Oka Ghana Airways ne Bank for House in the year still are unresolved issues for me. Yeah, Nassim.
Well, and with regard to legal court cases, but a Jumana has other areas of work to say you for foka ye ton access no. And no, you read almost you read the data. You read the data. sounds now with the receiverships, no, within Yamea, within a year, I'll say it's me sale of assets, I'll say it's me payments to creditors and other depositors, even late submissions within a year, I'll say it's me BBR.
Mr. NIPAH, 2 direct questions I see me misao. Bako say I had money with a financial institution. The guy sent a different document from what we agreed. PricewaterhouseCoopers paid what the guy sent. I have alerted Mr. NIPAH's office, but no response. His staff say when they call the owner of Lead Financial Services, does not pick up. What should I do? Second one, let's say I have over 190,000 CDs after validation November 2019. I was paid 20,000 and nothing since then. I have visited his office more than 15 times. Can he please explain? Mr. NIPAH Minwe.
Mpacho, the first one, the first one, make us a issuer or say or debate to me attention.
Personally, but also she's alerted your office.
Well, let her be aware of this. More so, one more details.
Okay, but also company near Lead Financial Services.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Situations of this nature are brought to my attention. You are resolved. You share paperwork. No, you share kratana. Ibinu krampo ohona. Echimi ba say omo ankasa na omo make it claim. No, omo ko committee omo who some other transactions that. So, there are different things. Ono they unfamiliar to my attention. Measure mano. That's the first thing. The second thing, so of course, they are also say you are validating a claim, no, but you
20,000.
You that amount of money, no, and no, so you so many instances of this nature. Young Kasa, a batch to your attention. Your investigation, you investigate. Do na you say you no, but a messaging, communication. And communication in terms of the facts is usually no SMS the text your message you say usika dudu onini your credit to account or account number into call branch and any CBG branch on Sabeka. You through investigations they say there are instances you sending messages now. Sometimes no your network problems into almost sanka and a binum so yes and yeah almost out of network area into almost sanka a matter of communication into see your validity ama yitubia certainly or the akawo into say or request here and also on sending me Mr. Uwame number into quietly bit me the amano. I'm a sending me details. You better check him. You better follow up.
And Pacho, for purposes of clarity, Gold Coast, come with Juma and Kahon, Gold Coast Securities.
Mr. Gold Coast and Kayujuma, no, Gold Coast, no. I'm your fund manager, about under SEC. This is an exchange commission.
Because I'm getting a lot of that. Now, I say, yeah, catch your mind. I am on person with Tino Wow. It's Gold Coast and no under Securities and Exchange Commission.
Great.
Mr. NIPAH, then be now Bekali try to questions the be na you sure say you can say it was so be free have area 1. Bibi bium ha beka ama eti for enya boto e bi say adwuma na ye ne kwan so anu na.
Me passion me da chairman. The mechanic say Bibrina omunsan ka obusika no. Bibrina omon submit omo claims in termono. Ma omon paba if you say ye bit omo claims no omunsan ka omo claims no come valid no. Once a valid claim, but definitely omunsan beka omusika. If you say abino any Bank of Ghana ye committed to protecting the interests of depositor funds. Same here, companies no call into receivership in the first place, no. And they say Bank of Ghana, or more objective, no, to protect the stability of the financial system and also to protect the interests of depositors. And the Bank of Ghana are back out this year. There is no way a Bank of Ghana nankasa be denying or depositor claim once a year valid, a year genuine. And she fine, biblioha omun TV, but ye gusa ye jima omo exercise patience. By all means, almost a beka omuska. Sikana a year valid, almost a beka.
And so in term.
And also in terms of almost a beka. Because you go so ye jima, any menko phone so ye jima 24/7, almost a beka in term.
Nana Liberty Capital like am ho anaso ye near sec.
Partial Liberty Capital yes sec.
Okay. Say amount for mix in a bebre na omo de ba na say ye ka chom say sec omo nyini nti na ye san dem a obi na e je omo nti wo wa no na. This one says Nana NIPAH, he knows how to talk, very assuring. He knows how to assuage the pain and anger of affected customers. He get raps. Charles is saying so. And now yes, you may know when you raps the assassin beba. Nana, I know Pepis FM that's it. Now, Sunny Odin Tia no Pacho, my Wajuma Sunyasa, Nana NIPAH, because NIPAH bre.
Mpacho mase.
Yeah, that's it, be no adaje.
And that's it, so.
Eric Nana NIPAH a receiver. I asemo, dem be na meet me akaka ho. Ochia me aminim kasa. Say wenuma ai masuma